Okay, I'm going to put the crank pin in this half of the crankshaft. Now, what I have is I have a void here. Your crank pins want to be level with this side of the crankshaft. So what I got is a bunch of washers. This is a 1/4-20 washer that's probably made in China, same place you guys are getting your crankshafts. And these things, I've checked these mic out anywhere from 39 thousandths to 89 thousandths. So these guys can't even make a washer. There is no way I'm trusting my crank to them. I build my own cranks. So what I'm going to do, this is 44 thousandths. This washer just happens to be 45 thousandths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that in as a shim, dead center, on the pinhole. It's my crank pin. What I did is I put a little grease on it, goes right in. I'm going to drop this pin in. Okay, so where we're at right now, I've got my clutch side of the crank assembled, and I have this pin dead flush on the inside. Okay, this is the money shot. We're going to put it together. Basically, what I got here, we built this. OConnor Racing, proprietary jig. I only use this to do blasters, that's it. What I got here, this is the shim. This is going to set my height perfect. I measured the size of the crankshaft. I measured the crankshaft before I took it apart. It's going to line up perfect as far as the space between the thrust washers and the sides of the web. So this is all set. This is my stop. What this does, it's got a center hole. These two pieces were bored together. These were married, clamped, screwed together, bored together. Thompson linear shafting. So this is going to put this crank together, and what it's going to help me do, I'm never going to have to touch this with a hammer, most cases. But this is going to line this crank up perfect. Here's how we do it. That's it. Crank's perfectly aligned. We'll check it on the bench center. Okay, so we got our crank all pressed back together, and I have it in the bench centers here. This is a set of bench centers I got from the U.S. Navy. Some kind of yard sale, whatever, but I'm looking at this side, dead nuts, nothing. I'm looking at this, I'm getting about 1/2 thousandths on this side. What you got to think about when you rebuild a crankshaft, you can't just do it with bench centers, because you never know what you're getting here. I don't know how you disassembled your engine if I get a crankshaft, and most of you, unfortunately, are going to pound on stuff. So what that's going to do is take the center holes on each side, and it's going to put little burrs in them. So I came up with another scheme to test these, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, this is the second test that we do here at OConnor Racing. What I've done, I got a set of V-blocks here, ironically, from the U.S. Navy. I got them with this. And what I've done is laid this crankshaft on the bearing surfaces into the V-blocks, and I put a couple indicators on it. As I roll this over, you look at the right indicator, it's not even moving. You look at the left, that's just it's doing a little blip every now and then. I'm going to attribute that to burrs on the bearing surface, and I can actually see them as I roll this thing by. So this crank is perfectly dialed in. That's how we do it here at OConnor Racing. I think it's the right way to do it. If I can help you, give me a call. KenO'ConnorRacing.com.